What's up, friends and family? So I just got off work, but I gotta run home and feed some baby snakes, so come join me. I want to show you what it's like to feed baby Brazilian rainbow boas. Hey there, welcome to the channel. My name is Stephen Lewis, and if you're here, it's because you like reptiles. This channel focuses on fun interviews and educational content. If any of that sounds good to you, then let's talk herbs. What's up, friends and family? I just wanted to do a quick video here, and it's real basic, but I wanted to highlight feeding baby Brazilian rainbow boas. So you guys might have tuned in a couple weeks ago when I fed an adult Brazilian rainbow boa, and she took that meal and took about 30 minutes or so to eat it, but targeting her was somewhat easy, and getting her to come towards the prey was super easy. But what I wanted to show was just what it's like to offer food to baby, neonate Brazilian rainbow boas, because they could be a little bit more hesitant to eat. And a big part of that has to do with security, in my opinion. There's obviously husbandry plays into it. They need warmth and they need water and they need humidity, but a big part is security. So starting here with this snake Shakti, you can see she's got some interest. And when I see a snake like this with some interest, I stay persistent with it. She's tongue flicking it. She's kind of moving towards it, kind of moving her body away, but I'm not going to give up until she full on leaves. So I'll step back and let you guys just watch how she eventually takes this prey. And it's not to say that you can't, if she doesn't strike it off the tongs. If I wanted to just leave this pinky rat right here and close the bin, it'd be gone. And in fact, that happens a lot of times. I didn't show a lot of videos where a lot of the snakes that didn't take it off the tongs, then I go back to check them in the morning and the rat is gone. It's very, very common, especially with these young Brazilian rainbow boas. I've had a few nights where every single one of them has taken a meal, but for the most part, at least 3/4 of them eat every single time I'm offering. And who knows why the other quarter don't. Maybe they're going into a shed cycle. Maybe they've been handled a little too much and are just feeling too stressed and too vulnerable, and that's okay. They're still learning. So just wanted to kind of give you guys a real-time example of what it means to be a Brazilian rainbow boa keeper, and how long it takes these guys to figure out that they can strike something off the tongs. And here is really interesting because Shakti, she turned away, but she'd shown so much interest, and she's still kind of staying in the area. She's not full on fleeing. So I'm going to keep offering her this little rodent and keep trying to wiggle it around and keep trying to make it look enticing. And eventually, hopefully, she'll figure it out and get excited. And she looks like she's getting excited now. so the same thing with Kylo here. It's a little bit less sort of a fear response, which is great for him because he's a pretty scaredy boy, but still slow to respond to it and just not sure that he's ready to absolutely just strike and wrap it. And you're just going to watch just this way of how he takes this snake. Excuse me, of how he takes this rat, this little fuzzy mouse. I offer fuzzy mice, pinky rats, and day-old quail to all the neonate rainbow boas. And frankly, I want to give them all options so that way when they get to their new home, they're familiar with it. So if the new owner only feeds mice, they've eaten those. If they only feed pinky rats or rats, they've eaten those. If they only feed avian prey, they've eaten that as well. So I want to make sure that they're set up for success no matter what their new home is feeding them. Beyond that, it's obviously important to me that they get good nutrition and eat healthy food. That's why I always buy from Lane Labs. It's worth the extra money to open up rodent packs that don't have fleas and lice, and they're not covered in blood and mouse shit, and they don't smell like urine when you defrost them. And this girl, I'm just crazy proud. She was one that I took to the vet a long time ago. It doesn't feel like a long time ago because it was only a month and a half or so ago. But I took her to the vet because she was just really showing signs of failure to thrive, and it was my fault. I didn't have the rack warm enough, and I didn't have the room warm enough. So just the hot spot wasn't enough for these tropical guys. I needed to insulate the rack a little bit more and add some supplemental heat as well to make sure that the bottom didn't get too cold. But Ashla here was the secret name I gave her when she was dying. I named her first. Not dying, when I was worried I would lose her. And she pulled through. So the name stuck. And this is a great view. I love the head stamp on her, how it's sort of, not the head stamp, but the two spots right behind her head stamp, and they kind of blend into a smaller spot right behind it. It's kind of like a little necktie on the back of her head. I'll stop talking. You can watch Ashla take down this quail and just see how each of these snakes has maneuvered to get their face into a good biting position of the prey's face as well. So it's not just about security, it's about feeling confident with taking down the animal. And a lot of times they need to feel confident to take down an animal. They need to take it by the face because that's what they know. They know to grab an animal by the face because that eliminates the bites from that animal if they have their mouth over its mouth. A rat or a bird can't bite or peck them. So a big part of it is just sort of maneuvering, just feeling safe. I think here she saw the camera and got a little spooked. It doesn't stop me from filming, maybe it should, but I wanted to show you guys just how much patience it takes to feed these baby Brazilians, and they're also really stinking cute, so I wanted to share it with you guys. All right, and that's it. Thank you so much, folks. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, share, join us on Patreon. Thanks.